This episode, we are going to do Harbor Speedway, and if we have time, we're going to face off against the Sorceress. So without further ado, let's jump through and oh, wow, I just disappeared and do Harbor Speedway. Never lost a race before? Wow. Okay, so like always, we are going to do the time attack first. Alright, so we're pretty much doing the seagull. So we pretty much gonna do the seagulls first. See it. Let's see. No, I couldn't. I tried to get that guy while flying downwards, but oh well. But I can't get these guys though. Okay, and that takes care of all the seagulls. Now I think Spyro said do the archers next, so that's what we're gonna do now. Oh, whoa. And almost fall to the water. Okay. That lighthouse, remember that lighthouse for later? That's where Hunter is. So we're going to remember that for later. Anyways, take care of the lobsters next. I don't know, cuz like this is pretty easy. It's not hard. I mean, it's pretty much like let's do what Spyro says. I mean, let's do the order that Spyro tells. Oh, I missed that somehow. You know what? I'll wait for you to come here. Oh wow, we're out of time. Okay, 2 more. Whew. There we go. Piece of cake. All right, now we're going to retry it and go straight to the lighthouse because that's where Hunter is. All right, Hunter. What are you up to?
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep coming from? I just saw another one grab an egg and fly off. This one's super fast, but his saucer is damaged and it's leaving smoke rings. I think I can keep up with them as long as I can make it through those rings. I'm gonna chase him down.
Hurry up already.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so now we're taking control of Hunter, and we're chasing after the sheep saucer. And like Hunter said, as long as you go through the rings, you can't really fail this mission. I mean, you can, but you know, let's go through the rings. That's what I meant to say. I think it goes this way. I don't know why they got me so close to him. Ah.
Where are these flying sheep? I'll be right back.
Yeah, he took that turn a lot. He took that turn real sharp. It's kind of weird how he's able to take that turn so sharply like that though, since he's supposed to be fast. What?
Where do these
okay, the game said I didn't go through it, but it's like it said the game said I didn't go through it, but at the same time it did say I go through it. Okay, game. I mean, make up your mind. Did I go through or did I not go through it? Ray's gonna take that sharp turn. this time go through this way. Yeah, because he goes through this way trying to shake me up. Come on.
Where do these flying sheep?
I didn't get what? Right. Game, what are you talking about? I went through the ring. That's the second time the game did that to me. Where it said I didn't go through the. Why did this start me off so far behind him like that? Where the game said I didn't do it, but I did do it. I don't know. This isn't as good as the original in my opinion. Because the original they did better than this. Now it worked.
Yes! That was close. The egg popped out just before the saucer crash landed.
And we got Sarah. Gross. And that's our second dragon egg. Alright, let's race the blue fruited boobies. Alright, fly through all the green rings. Use the red dots to help navigate the course. All right, let's do this. I think running on the ground does give you a boost. Is a little bit faster. At least I think it does. At least I think it is. But anyways, got this. Launch that. Okay, so if you go this way, there are 4 blue stars. And that's a great way to get some. And that's a great way to get some speed. Okay, ooh, that was so risky to try that. At least I managed to do it. Okay, I saw that. So there's a blue star down there. Remember that for later. Okay, we're making some. Okay, it's slower. Ah, I missed that. I thought running on the ground would. I missed that. I went right through the. Okay, game. What is with this game's hitboxes? Okay, slow down a little bit for me. I think I can get this one. There we go. Yes, that's a nice boost. Whew, I thought I missed that. Okay, second place. We can do this. Okay, now please grab it this time. There we go. I missed? Oh, come on, game. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, these guys are pretty fast. Okay, I think we got this now. Yep, there we go. That was annoying though, cause I don't know how that happened. And we got Jesse. And that's all the dragon eggs. Exit the level. You know, this is kind of random, but it's kind of interesting how Sparks knows about these courses, even though they exist in the Forgotten Worlds. So how does Sparks know about these speedways? I don't know. This is something that always makes me wonder. But yeah, that is it though. We are done with Harbor Speedway. We had a couple of fails, but we managed to do this world. All right, and with Harbor Speedway done, I say it's about time to go face off against the Sorceress finally. So here we go, guys. The final battle against the Sorceress in the Sorceress lair. Let's do this. Entering Sorceress lair.
Time to kick some Sorceress butt.
Oh, you know it, Agent 9. Let's do this. Okay, let's see what you gonna do. Okay, you gonna throw a fireball at me. Okay, so pay attention when she's swinging her staff. Cause when it's red, she's gonna throw a fireball at you. So make sure the charge to avoid it. And when it's blue, oh wow, she's charging after me. And when it's blue, she's gonna throw some orbs at you. So get ready to move. Oh wow, she went right for where I was gonna go. Hey. Oh wow, I had the bell there. Go back to the middle. Get on there. Yes, Agent 9, he helps you out by giving. Ah, shoot, she still managed to hit me somehow. He helps you out by sending down cannons for you to attack the Sorceress with. Ooh. Let's see. Come on. But I don't know. The thing. Throwing another one at me. Okay. Okay, now we're on this hover cannon. Oh wow. I should have stayed on and kept firing. I probably could hear it again. There's another one for me. Well, yeah, there you go. I don't know. I find the Sorceress running animation kind of weird. I don't know. It's almost like she's prancing as she's running. I don't know. I just find it so weird. Like that's one of the reasons why I find the Sorceress so hard to be taken seriously. At least in the remakes, I just find it hard to be taken seriously. That's why I say I like the Sorceress in the original game more. Because she felt more imposing. Wow, the controls for this is really weird. Wow, she's actually chasing after me. Wow, she actually missed. Yeah, I don't like how the sorcerer is handling. I got hit. I don't know. It's like the source. I mean, the source. It's like the sorcerer doesn't aim. Wait, watch out for that. It's like the sorcerer doesn't aim straight. Ooh, nice. Here we go. Wow, wow. She actually chased after me. She's ruthless. Of course, Spurs doesn't grab the butterfly when I need him to. So wow, if the sorceress so much can touch you, you take damage. Oh wow, dude, I don't like. Why is it doesn't help that the can't. Okay, sorceress, can you please back up a little bit? Here we go. Okay. Alright, let's try. There we go, we got her. And you're dead. Okay. That flying sorcerer part was kind of annoying because it just. Oh, never mind. She's not dead. Cause that flying saucer part was kind of hard to do.
Sorceress rescued the dragon eggs and restored freedom to the lost dragon worlds. What you plan to do next? Perhaps a nice vacation in Dragon Shores?
You're a real comedian sometimes, Bentley.
Awkward.
You know, I still have to find the rest of the dragon eggs. Plus, Hunter seems to have disappeared again, so I should go make sure he's not in more trouble. You haven't seen him, have you?
What? Me? Oh, no. If I do happen to encounter him, however, I will most certainly inform you immediately.
It's a funny thing, Spyro. I adjusted Avalar's portals to take me to the Dragon Worlds, but somehow I ended up here. Maybe my coordinate tables are out of date.
Yeah, by 1,000 years.
That would explain why the book was so cheap.
So now that you're done saving the world again, are you gonna visit me in Avalar?
Sure, Laura, but I still have to find the rest of the eggs, and, well, Hunter's disappeared again.
Did you say Hunter? Well, hey, I can help. I just saw him sneak off with him. Agent 9, isn't that a Rhinoc over in those bushes? Rhinoc? Ooh, let me at him. You want a piece of me, Rhinoc boy? 8 laser punk? Come on now. No fair hiding. I'm sure Hunter is in good hands. I mean,
give him a kick in the butt.
Soon.
Promise you'll come visit Avalar soon, okay?
Yeah, they shipping Spyro and Laura real hard.
It was Billy's idea. Yeah.
Is that true, Billy? Hold that thought, Billy. Spyro, great to see ya.
Hi, Sheila. I've been looking for Hunter all day. Have you seen him?
Sorry, Spyro. Hunter made me promise not to tell you where they went.
They...
You didn't hear anything from me.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a sad sight, Sparks. Another noble warrior falls victim to the plague of love. just look away. Well, I guess we'll have to find the rest of the eggs by ourselves.
Come on, Spyro, take a little break. Let's watch the show.
Well, I guess Hunter managed to get himself a girlfriend. Wouldn't you believe it, Bianca? But yeah, Spyro 3, You're the Dragon. We ain't done with the game yet, but I guess I'll go ahead and talk about my thoughts of the game. So, Spyro 3, You're the Dragon. I really did like the story of Spyro 3. I think out of all the Spyro games, I think Spyro 3 probably has the best story out of all the games. Now, of course, the story of Spyro 3 isn't all that amazing, but I guess it's like I like the idea of the fact that we get some backstory of the Forgotten Worlds. Like, we learned that the Forgotten Worlds was originally the dragon's home world, and the Sorceress moved the dragons to the other side of the planet because I guess because the Sorceress one of the dragon's wings, I guess the leader of the dragons refused, and so the Sorceress, out of anger, sent the dragons away, not knowing that the dragons was a source of the Forgotten World's magic. And with the dragons gone, the Forgotten World started losing its power. So the Sorceress devised a plan to have all the baby dragons brought to the Forgotten Worlds. I guess to lure the dragons back to the Forgotten Worlds, thinking that maybe that the reason why she's doing this was because she's trying to restore the Forgotten Worlds. But in actuality, she was just doing it for herself because she wanted to collect the dragon's wings so she can cast a spell to live forever. I really did like the story of Spyro 3 for that. It's because it's not like Spyro 1 where it was just a simple the dragon's been transformed to crystals, free the dragons, collect the gems, and beat Nasty Nork. And Spyro 2, the story for Spyro 2, it was good too. But it was kind of like the same way. It was just like, hey, collect the Chasmins, collect the orbs, and beat Ripto, and that was pretty much it. While Spyro 3, the story for Spyro 3 wasn't that amazing, but it still had some backstory, which I think made Spyro 3's story probably the best out of the original 3 games. Okay, now the characters. Hunter, I think I really did like Hunter in Spyro 3 because Hunter had character developments. Where in the second game, Hunter was kind of like a coward. It was like back in Spyro 2, when Hunter was the one who kind of like the reason, like he was kind of like the reason why Ripto was brought into Avalar, and yet Hunter was too much of a coward to really try to help. And then at the end of the game, Hunter did help out Spyro fight. He did help Spyro fight Ripto at the in the final battle against Ripto. Where in this game, Spyro 3, Hunter was kind of like the same way. He was still like somewhat of a coward. He was still a klutz. But then the part where Bianca got attacked by that monster that she did by accident, that's when Hunter kind of like he became real brave, and he came to Bianca's and he came to Bianca and he saved Bianca from the monster. And that's pretty much where I think Hunter's character development begin to start. Because in other games, it was like Hunter started to become more brave. Like he was more brave and more bold in future Spyro games from Spyro entered the Dragonfly, he was still cowardly, but he was more bold. And then in Spyro A Hero's Tale, Hunter was flat out brave in that game. But yeah, I think Spyro 3 was the beginning of where Hunter was starting to have character development. I mean, and not only that, he also won the heart of Bianca. That was another interesting thing. As for Bianca, she too had character development, where she originally was a villain. She wasn't trying to like hurt Spyro or Hunter. She was just trying to scare them away so she wouldn't have to hurt them. And then Bianca ends up learning later on that the sorceress true plans, and then she, without hesitation, switched sides from the sorceress to Spyro's side, and she ends up helping Hunter and Spyro fight the sorceress. And I really like that character development for Bianca, where she was first a villain and turned good. And as for the sorceress, I like the sorceress because I don't know. I guess it's like it's kind of like the sorceress was kind of like. See, they made it seem like she had good intentions. Like yes, she did kidnap the baby dragons, but it did seem like she had good intentions. Like she just wanted to restore the Forgotten Worlds. Like she wanted to restore the magic of the Forgotten Worlds. So it did seem like she had good intentions, just a bad way of doing it. But then we end up learning that she had no intentions of restoring the Forgotten Worlds, the Forgotten World, and that she was actually just trying to force the dragons to come to the Forgotten World so she can kill them all, collect their wings, so she can make a spell to live forever. And I do kind of like that little twist with the sorceress. And I think out of all the villains, I think the sorceress is perhaps the most evilest out of all the villains. Like she's more evil than Nasty Nork and Ripto, because Nasty Nork is like, yeah, he did turn all the dragons into crystal, but I think Nasty Nork did that more because he wanted to prove that he was a threat, and that was it. Ripto, he wanted to rule over Avalar, while the sorceress, the sorceress pretty much was going to force all the dragons into extinction, just so she could live forever. I think the sorceress is perhaps the most evil out of all the characters, out of all the villains, because of that. Let's see. I like the other characters. I like the idea of being able to play as the other characters, like being able to play as Sheila, who can jump really high. Let's see. Sergeant Bird had the flying ability. Bentley, I don't really know what to say about Bentley, because Bentley just had the strength. And Agent 9 had his laser gun. So he was kind of like a third-person shooter. And I think out of all the characters, I really did enjoy playing. Oh yeah, and Spyro was the same way too. He was kind of like an overhead shooter game, kind of play gameplay. And I really like the fact that all the characters, even Hunter had his moment, had his gameplay. But I think out of all the characters, I think Bentley was probably the weakest out of all the characters. I think, in my opinion, it's like if I had to rate the characters, I would probably say Bentley probably had the weakest, while Agent 9 probably had the best. Now let's see what else. The music was kind of hit and miss. It was like some music in the remake. It was good, but it wasn't as good as the original music. Like say Icy Peak, for example. Like the remake music for Icy Peak, it was alright, but it lacked the energy that the original Icy Peak music had, and I was really disappointed about that, to the point that I had to like say, I had to play the original music. Like, I would rather listen to the original music over the remake, over the trilogy music. And yeah, but yeah, the music, it was hit and miss. Like I said, some remakes was good, some wasn't so good. Now as for the controls, I like the controls for Spyro. For most of the characters, the controls were pretty good. It was pretty solid. I think Agent 9, he probably had the best controls out of all the characters, because I remember in the original, Agent 9's control was really clunky in the original, and they did a good job fixing that in the remake, because Agent 9 was a lot faster. He was a lot more responsive than he did in the original, and they did a really good job with Sparks in that. With Agent 9 in that. And then what else? The flight controls was still the same. It was like the flight controls was still pretty bad. I mean, it was like in the original, the flight controls was good, but in the remake, the flight controls was bad. It was like the flight controls in all three games, it was clunky. It felt clunky, in my opinion. It was like I would go up, and Spyro will go a lot further than I want him to go. And it's like in the original, the flight controls was a lot more smoother, but in the remake, it was clunky, in my opinion. Sheila, she controlled well too, but one of my problems about Sheila is doing the high jump. So when you do the high jump, you're supposed to land on the ground, and then just as you land on the ground, you press the A button, you press the button again to jump really high. Now there's been lots of times where I would try to high jump, but instead of high jumping, I would do a double jump just before I hit the ground. And that was one of the annoying things about Sheila, was the fact that I was trying to do a high jump, but because I was like a split second too early, I ended up doing a double jump instead, and it ends up throwing my timing off, and that was annoying. Agent Bird, his flight controls was really good. It was a lot. It was still kind of slow, but it was faster in the original compared to the original, I think. And I think his rockets had it had homing, like a home onto his enemy, which was something that I don't think the original did. And I really liked, and it made finding enemies a lot easier, having rockets home onto enemies. And other than that, I don't think there was anything wrong with Sergeant Bird. I think Sergeant Bird was pretty good. Now Bentley, he was alright, but like I said, out of all the characters, I think Bentley was the weakest out of all the characters. I like his redesign, but then the over-the-shoulder camera view, it was kind of weird in my opinion. Like, I understand that Bentley was a big guy, and that was the reason why, and that's probably the reason why they gave him an over-the-shoulder view, so you could see what was in front of you, because Bentley was so big. But I don't know, I still felt the camera was still kind of weird. Like I said, Bentley's levels wasn't bad, but it was kind of like the weakest though. And I think the mole session, that session was annoying to do. because I didn't like how the camera remained the same, and you couldn't really see the moles. And it was because I couldn't see the moles. I didn't know where I was aiming at. I didn't know if the moles were behind me. I had to constantly turn the camera around just to see where the mole was, and that was annoying to do. Where at least in the original game they gave you an overhead view so you can see everything, and I don't know why they didn't do that in this game. Agent 9 now Agent 9, like I said, I think out of all the characters I had the most fun with Agent 9. Like, he was just fun. He was a lot, like I said, Agent 9 is a lot faster. He shoots a lot faster, and he was just a lot of fun to play as. All his side levels were all fun. That's all I can say about Agent 9. He was fun. He was a joy to play as. I had the most fun out of all the characters with Agent 9. And I don't really think I can. And there's not much I can say that was wrong about Agent 9. I guess if anything, I would probably say the bomb throwing thing. Cause I did find throwing the bomb annoying sometimes. Cause sometimes I would try to throw a bomb, but it took Agent 9 so long to move after throwing the bomb, and that was always annoying. But other than that though, Agent 9, he was a solid character. He was fun to play as. Let's see. Sparks was fun to play as too. I don't think there's anything. I don't really have much to say about Sparks because he plays pretty much exactly the same. So I had nothing wrong. So I had nothing bad to say about Sparks. I mean, there's been times where I was overwhelmed by enemies, but Sparks was, but it wasn't so bad. But like I said, Sparks' gameplay was pretty fun though. Hunter, his gameplay was fun as well. I think the only thing I didn't like was the Harbor Speedway with Hunter, because like, I'm pretty sure you guys probably know it, but there was times where I was going through a ring where I was chasing the sheep saucer. I was going through a ring, and the game made the sound tell me I went through the ring, but it still failed me, and I don't know why would that happen? Like, why would you tell me that I went through the ring, but then you failed me? Like, it makes no sense. But yeah, other than that though, I had fun playing as Hunter as well though. And then finally, the camera controls. The camera, I didn't have no trouble with the camera. The camera was pretty well. I mean, the camera worked pretty well. The camera worked pretty well. It was very rare that the camera was in the way. The only parts where I can say that the camera was bad was probably that one part in Icy Peach where with the ice skater. That's where the camera was bad, cause I didn't like that. Same with Bentley with the whack-a-mole gameplay. The camera was bad because they had the camera down on Bentley's level rather than give you an overhead view to see where all the moles were. And the camera, in the final battle against the Sorceress, that didn't help me either, because when I was playing the Sorceress, it was kind of like the camera homed in on the Sorceress rather than me, and it didn't help when I was trying to aim for the Sorceress. And the Sorcerer, I didn't like how the Sorcerer aim wasn't straight. And it made finding the Sorceress really annoying. But yeah. Oh yeah, and also, and this is the last thing I have to say. I was really disappointed about the skateboard sections. Like that, like the skateboard section was a big disappointment for me, mostly because of the controls. Because I was looking forward to playing the skateboard sections. Out of everything in the game, I love the skateboard section in Spyro 3. But they made something that was good bad, because it was like the controls were so janky on the skateboard, especially when you're trying to do tricks. Because when I was doing that racing thing, I kept crashing, but it was like it wasn't my fault though, because I would do a trick, but then Spyro would land crooked, and then he would crash. And I don't know why Spyro kept landing crooked like that, because I wasn't making him do that. He just kept doing it by himself. And it just made something that was good, that was really good in the game, bad. And it's just a big disappointment. I still have fun playing the skateboard sections. It's just that the controls, it was just too janky to really enjoy. But yeah, I think that's my entire thoughts of Spyro 3. I went on talking for so long that the credits finally ended. That's how into I was talking about my thoughts about this game. But I really did enjoy playing Spyro 3. There was some parts that was annoying. There was some parts that I felt they should have left alone and not change in the remake. But hey, what are you gonna do? No, there's no such thing as a perfect game. So what are you gonna do? But anyway, though, guys, we are not done with this. We are not done with this Let's Play. We still have 3 eggs left to find. We are going to find those 3 eggs in the next episode. So yeah, in the next episode, guys, we are going to search for the remaining 3 eggs. So until then, guys, I'm Rainy RJ. I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and stay fresh.